What's going on YouTube? This is Lance Excalibur.
Mason AJ.
And today we are here to talk about
Justice League! The Throne of Atlantis.
Yep. Remember that on 7th Street? Okay, anyway. So Justice League Throne of Atlantis. I love the movie. I thought the movie was great. I thought the movie was awesome. You don't think the movie was awesome? The movie was awesome. Don't listen to this guy. It was awesome.
For all you guys out there, if you're wondering whether or not you should spend your hard-earned money on Justice League Throne of Atlantis, you should take your wallet and just beat the case in. If anyone tries to stop you, okay, just run right through them because you need to buy this movie. This movie is worth every single dime that you put into it.
Okay, you made me think that you didn't like the movie. But anyway, this really was a good movie. Like you said, you should go buy the movie. It's fantastic.
Support the craft.
I mean, you know what? It's not that it had no flaws, because it still has a lot of flaws. But I think, you know what, for what it was, you know, because I know you're going to say what it doesn't amount to.
Anyway, this is just my own personal preference, just to get into it. I feel that Flashpoint Paradox is the best DC animated movie ever came out. And in a lot, in character development, animation, fighting scenes, whatever. And I feel like no other movie before or after that has lived up to that.
That's their best. That's their best. You can't make their best their standard.
That's like saying, oh snap, you know what? The first Lord of the Rings is the best movie, but like I guess we shouldn't make sequels. You gotta try to surpass it, but at the same time, if it don't hit the mark, you can't be like, it wasn't as well. We know what, we do that already. We do that with almost every part 2 or part 3 of anything. We always say part 1 is the best, and sometimes I feel like it inherently is the best because it was our first experience and it was the biggest experience, but not really because it really was actually the best. But then again, no, Flashpoint Paradox was actually the best. Anyway, yeah. But anyway, he threw me off. But this movie is super exciting. It's pretty much the direct sequel to the previous movie, Justice League Doom, which is actually the first movie that at least I know of, that has a direct continuity.
Yeah.
You know, where we're watching the Justice League, if you can call them that. They're just pretty much like a ragtag group of teens.
I mean, there's some coordination. I mean, everybody's the hero in their own right. And it's not like they have a command where they always like, what you doing, Batman? I mean, like that's what when you think of the Justice League, you kind of think of like they're always connected. But this one is more like they're all doing their own thing, and every now and then it's like, oh, okay, I know about that dude. What's up? You know, they're not friends.
The Super Friends.
Super friends.
Yeah, they're not friends. They don't hang out and get some hamburgers.
Well, play this. I know Superman and Wonder Woman are friends a little bit more.
Yeah, they're definitely friends. Like they you know what? That makes sense. Okay, because I'm sorry. I love the whole New 52 thing with him and Wonder Woman gets together. I was about to call it Diana, is his name, but anyway. But I like that, and so in this movie they continue that, because in the first movie they were flirting, and now they're together, and it makes sense.
Well, they weren't really flirting.
They were flirting. No, Superman came up.
It wasn't really flirting. It was more like she did something, and Shazam looked at her, and Superman came down and went like, that's mine. Yeah. You're
right. It wasn't no flirting. It was like, you mine. So. Okay, so let's break down. Are we going to spoil this?
We are going to spoil the hell out of this thing.
Okay.
Spoiling the hell out. This pretty much tells the origin story of Auqaman, and how pretty much he's living his life and he knows he's something different, but he doesn't quite know what he is. He doesn't know he's Atlantean. And the rest of the world doesn't know that Atlantis has happened. Now, speaking of Atlantis though, now, in this particular movie, usually they show Atlantis to be like this whole like kingdom this it really kind of feel like Atlantis is more like a city. Like,
yeah, it's like a city, right?
I feel like Atlantis is like Manhattan underwater,
and that's what it is. Really, that's really what it is. It's just Manhattan underwater, and honestly, this was more of a, like you said, this was more about like, because for the threat felt weak from the beginning. From the beginning, the threat felt weak.
Wait, the threat?
Yeah, the threat of the bad guy. Like, he felt weak.
You know what?
They made him strong.
No.
He felt weak.
No. It wasn't the fact that he felt weak. He was such a James Bond villain. We're like, so do you expect me to surrender, Aquaman? No, I expect you to die.
You know what? You're right.
But to go back a little bit, this movie feels like it's a very good sequel. I give it an 8.5, 8.50, but it's just shy of greatness. But it took everything that the previous movie did, found all the good parts and then expanded upon them. So now you lose.
I can definitely agree.
Because in the first movie, it felt very ham-fisted. It felt like I was being drug along with the story.
Yeah.
You know, and so, until I got to the action scenes, which were really good. Really, really good. But this movie, the dialogue is a lot better. The characters are a lot sharper.
The dialogue is better. The scenery, it feels like I feel like I'm a part of that scenery. Like, when I'm watching it, I don't feel like I'm just watching something that's just happened. It's one of those things where when they spoke, I was interested in everything they were saying. The technology they used was awesome. Like, even for a cartoon, you know what I mean?
And each character had their points and strengths and weaknesses. Mm-hmm. At one point in time, like Superman sees like a note that's like floating somewhere, like it's tore up, and he goes and he puts it back together.
Right.
And you know, he put it back together, it was still so like crumbled, or still like the ink was so washed off. Even with his supervision, he couldn't read it. But then here comes Batman. He, scanning, reconfiguring, Cyborg, hack into my database and tell me what it is.
Right.
You know, and you know what? I will say the Cyborg, he felt like a supporting character in the first movie. He fully takes his role along with the rest of the Justice League.
But he's still okay. Not to go too far into the movie, but Cyborg still gets his ass beat, and it's like, and it's one of those things where like, what are y'all trying to say? That black people get their ass beat?
No, wait.
Like, what it is?
Let's put this in full perspective. It wasn't like he got rolled on. Okay, it wasn't nothing like pa.
Okay. In the beginning on the submarine, he goes to investigate the crash, what started the whole situation, and he got rolled on. Don't get me wrong, he handled his business. He handled his business, but they pretty much whooped his ass.
Notice how they came like underwater space ninjas. Okay,
they did.
They came up on him, and he full force was like, "Bah, oh snap! I don't see you coming. You're moving faster than me because we're in the middle of the damn ocean."
Right.
I have never encountered something like that before. For someone who just fought something he never seen before in his own element, he still walked away.
Why they gotta put him in that situation? Well, it makes sense. It does make sense. I'm not saying it doesn't make sense. All I'm saying is just like he always gets his ass beat.
Well, I will say this. He doesn't always get his ass beat.
He feels like the weakest part. He feels like the weakest.
No, it's not that. But the two times he has gotten like just done, he got done by like a heavy duty person.
That's true.
You know, and it was like they obviously were looking like, yo, I'm gonna have to put you down, Cyborg.
Right.
You're too much of a threat that I can't just be on you and let him walk away.
That's true. Every time he gets put down, it is by like a real threat. But it just even in the Flashpoint, he gets put down.
I will say this. I think Cyborg should have like a healthy fear of tridents now. I think every time Auqaman shows with a trident, he's looking at it like.
They hit. I know this is so spoilery right here, but they hit this man with this trident and start grinding, and he was just like, get in there.
Now there are many different bad guys and many different elements of the story that we won't just completely just ruin for you because we want you to watch it and see how it happens. But I will say this. Black Manta. Man, oh man, oh man. Man, oh man, oh man.
What do you got to say about Black Manta?
All I gotta say is that shark though.
They ate me! A fucking shark ate me! Drink, bitch!
Now, when Ocean Master dons the armor and he has a trident and everything else, Ocean Master kind of bodies the Justice League.
Okay, we gotta talk about that. Okay, you know what? No, I got a bone to pick. Before we even get into what Ocean Master does. Okay, first off, what pisses me off is that they go into the Atlantis to meet the Queen to discuss peace and stuff, right? Pisses me off. Okay, first off, Superman is down there and he's talking like regular. He's talking in the middle of the water. I understand he's Superman. He probably don't need to breathe, right? We got that. Some things they have him wearing spacesuits when he's in space. Sometimes they don't. Whatever, we don't care. He's Superman, so we can deal with that. Okay, Diana, she's down there with him talking like you need to breathe, okay? She needs to breathe. Diana needs to breathe. Put something over her face, put a suit on or something, she needs to breathe. Green Lantern, okay, I got you. He got the green stuff on him. I understand that, okay? Oh, we got the Flash, he had the little thingy on, he can breathe. I got you. Okay, so we got the team down there, right? I don't like what's her name breathing, first off, but we're gonna let that go. So then Ocean Master goes ham on everybody. Whoops everybody's ass. Okay, first off, he knocks Green Lantern out and his green shit comes off. He should have died of depressurization, like right there. He should have just died. He didn't. And he knocks out the Superman. He knocks out the Bruh, what like one hit. Superman said, you better stop all this bullshit. He said, no, bow, done. I'm like, what? Who's that strong? Who is that strong? I'm sorry, they made this man strong. He is not that strong. He's not that strong. No.
So obviously Lance Excalibur feels a certain way.
No, that's
and I would just say, hey, you know what? It's a comic book. I mean, it's a cartoon based on a comic book.
No, because they made this. They clearly made this very adult. There's blood everywhere.
No. Speaking of very adult, I feel that Mira obviously was like. Mira. You know what it is? Mira was obviously that combat instructor who taught Katara and the rest of the waterbenders from the Avatar Last Airbender, whatever.
Dude.
Because like I feel like you know how in every movie there's a stunt choreographer behind it who actually knows how to fight.
Yes.
I feel Mira was that stunt choreographer. She's like, well, all the rest of them say, oh, we're doing this, haha, we're doing what? She's like, no.
Dude,
decapitation.
Okay, the water bending that Mira does straight up murders everybody. Let's
put this in full perspective. She doesn't kill people. She murders them.
Murder. It's literal murder. Like children shouldn't watch this movie because it's murder. Like this, I can actually say children should not watch this. It's murder. There's a lot of situations where I feel like you should have just inserted her and to end some shit. You know what I mean? Like if you would have just put her in there, it's like, oh, they coming out the water to go face the humans. No, just put Mira over there. And she would have murdered everybody.
But see, that's the whole thing. Now, it's usually established that Mira learned Atlantean water magic. Mm-hmm. So when Ocean Master and his whole team go up to destroy the surface, I felt like there should have been at least one person in that entire squad who also did water magic. I'm not saying he had to be as good as her, but for her to like do the Hadouken of water, and then see another dude go pow pow pow. I too know.
And it felt nobody that can really take her. You're right about it. It was like she was too unique from the rest of them.
Or even if you're gonna keep her unique, have it be like, obviously you're like a Atlantean mutant or a top secret soldier, or like you learn the ancient arts of Kung Lao water style or something like that.
She's way too powerful to like, and that's how it always has been like that. Even in like New 52 or like other stories of Auqaman, Mira's always been on a whole nother level of power where she can suck the water out of your body, and like to the point to where like why are you serving Auqaman?
No, but here's the thing, she loves him.
I know she does.
She loves him, but it's not so much that like she's so powerful. Mira gives no Mira plays no game. Where Superman can bench press a planet and he hits you and it's kind of like, oh, you know what he's talking about. Mira's looking like no games. I literally show up, and if you're not with me, you're against me, and I'm gonna put you down.
That part is very true. When you say like she never holds back, and you can see it in the way she fights. It's almost like, and it's instant Avatar state. It's not I'm gonna fight you. Oh, you're pretty good. Now I'm gonna go. No, it's just like from the beginning. As soon as we start fighting,
just
like head decapitation. Just like
oh snap! You survived the first 3 moves, but I got 6 more.
Decapitation. Like I'm sorry,
But watch this movie. Let us know what you think. You know what? My personal question to all the fans out there: what is your favorite part in the movie? And if you could choose any DC storyline to be a sequel to this movie, what storyline would you choose?
Yeah, that's a hard one.
Yeah, it is a hard one.
That's a hard one. So yeah, comment down below. Let us know what you think, because I can't even, that's a hard one. Okay. Anyway, guys, watch this movie. I thought I'd give it a 9 out of 10 really quick, just let you know. I give it a 9 out of 10.
8.5.
Okay, I can deal with 8.5, but 9 out of 10. Good story, good development,
great action.
Great action. Sometimes it got a little too Hollywood, but at the same time, it's a cartoon. We gotta respect that. But it was good. It's so worth your money. I say pick it up, especially if you're a nerd, if you're a fan of the genre. Oh my God, you're gonna love this movie. So, and that's pretty much all I have to say.
If you're a genuine nerd, it's a good movie. If you're a DC fan, this is pretty much like your new Bible. Like just go ahead and bow down to it and be like, thank you, Superman.
No, I wouldn't say all that. But at the same time, this is Lance Excalibur.
Mason AJ.
Peace out, guys. Squared away, and then we're gonna relaunch that on the 21st.
The 21st, which is also my birthday.
He actually will be doing these things on his birthday because he goes crazy on his birthday.
Good time.